Everybody, this your boy BAZ Veteran coming to you with another movie review. This review is going to be on a movie that I was so excited to see and still excited to see it again. The movie Weapons. This movie was awesome. I'm going to let y'all, as you can see in the back, check out the trailer without me being on the screen. We'll be right back. Y'all enjoy it. Don't go nowhere. Watch the trailer. We're going to come back and talk about it. Peace.
Um, I I just want to say how very sorry I am for.
She should be locked up until she tells us what happened.
The truth is that I want an answer just as bad as all of you.
We're talking about 17 kids in one classroom. I want to know what happened in that classroom. Why just her classroom? Why only her?
They're our children.
I love those kids.
This is a true story that happened right here in my town. A lot of people die in a lot of really weird ways in this story, but you're not gonna find it in the news.
Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out. No one forced them. What do you see that I don't?
Show me. Where did you go?
There's something very, very wrong going on.
Come on. What am I looking at?
Leave the investigating to the investigators.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching?
All right, we back. Okay, so now that y'all done watch the trailer, plus I got it playing in the background, but I ain't want to be out on the screen. So for y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, this is the part 2 of the trailer, by the way. So, if you haven't heard about this movie, been under a rock or you just don't follow horror movies. This movie is, of course, a horror movie. Well, to be honest, it's a horror slash dark comedy. But the plot of the movie, we'll get there, don't worry. Hold your horses. The plot of the movie is that 17 kids, third grade kids to be exact, disappear one night. They all run out their house at 2:17 a.m. Totally disappear. No one knows where they went, what happened, nothing. So the whole movie is based off and going around that whole thing there of what's going on, what happened to the kids. So, without giving too much away, and we're gonna have a spoiler section. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a little cut. Give y'all time to, if you don't want to watch, know the spoilers or hear anything that spoil the movie, you'll have time. Right now, we're just talking about the overall movie. So, let you know, y'all, this movie is a great movie. Good, as I can say, or I like to say, a popcorn eating, cool, chill back movie. Sit back, watch popcorn. Sit back, sit back and watch the movie, eat some popcorn, and just chill. So it's very interesting. It's gonna keep you, intrigued. It's gonna keep your attention. It's gonna keep you on the edge of your seat. Now, as far as, I guess I'll start with let's go with what I don't like first. One thing that I really, it's not too much I don't like, but I will say one thing that I don't like was, I get it, but I don't like the pacing of the movie. Sometimes it kind of drug out, kind of real slow. Movie is like 2 hours and change, I believe. I think 18 minutes, I believe. So, which I'm not, mad about that because I hate horror movies to where they rush the movies. So, I'm cool with that. But sometimes it definitely kind of drags. But that's not a bad thing. I promise you, it's not. It's if if your attention span is kind of short, you may want to just keep that in mind when you go see it. And like I said, have you some snacks. Stay with the movie because like the second act is kind of pretty much like the first end of the first and the second act kind of goes. That's where it slows down, but just stay with it because it's building the story for you. And as far as that, let's go into the characters. Everyone in the movie, great acting. Every single character just did their thing. They're great acting. They were on point. They were believable. I mean, just great. And then with the director's background, he has a comedy background. He wrote that into the movie. Well, they put that into the movie, and so all the characters nailed that. None of the comedic scenes were like it wasn't goofy, it wasn't cheesy, just right. Played into the movie and what was going on perfectly. They like I said, they were very believable. The young lady there, she really makes you feel like she's a third grade teacher. And I just that was one of the things that really shined to me was how great it was acting, especially this guy too. He did a great job of just really selling what a father that would lose his child would be going through. So yeah, like I was saying, I wrote some things down here, y'all, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So go to it. So on top of the characters and the pacing, like I said, it wasn't too much I didn't like. It was just the pacing I didn't like. But so let's see, was there anything? Well, I guess I can say the reveal. Okay, so it took me into the characters. I did like the characters, but I didn't like the pacing. But the reveal at the end, I think not the end, but the reveal of what's going on to me, because I'm a horror fan, I love guessing what's going on in movies. It was kind of easy to guess, but that's not taken away because, like I said, that's just like what I like to do. So for me, it was kind of easy to guess what was going on or what had happened. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it here. We're gonna have a different section that y'all know, but I could see it coming and saw it coming from what it was. And I'm trying to brag on them, and I'm messed up in the head like that. And so that was another thing I did like, because when it finally kind of happened, it was like, yeah, okay, I can see that. And it kind of made sense because after I'd done, some little research and read up on it, the director was saying that, or the writer, I'm sorry, was saying that he didn't even know what was gonna be the reason why the kids left for like halfway through writing the story. So it kind of shows that too. Once he finally brought it on home, what it was gonna be, it was kind of like, okay, let's do this. Not saying it's bad, but that's just for me. But now let's go back to the stuff I do like. So I told y'all about the characters. I love how the movie is shot. Like the camera angles, just the whole cinematic presence of the movie, amazing. It's they had like techniques that I have never seen before. One part when this guy is running through a house and the camera goes from behind him, zooms through the house, and turns around in front of him somehow. I don't know how they did it, but it was so freaking cool. And the tone of the movie, the music choices, was when the kids was running out and they show you this part here, it's a song that's playing it's kind of crazy. Like, why in the hell are they playing this song? But when you know the essence of the song, what it's about, well, not what it's about, but just the words of the song, kind of makes you understand why. It's called, I think it's Running Into the Darkness. But, it just makes sense. But there's little things like that I just loved. Trying to see what else. The movie looked beautiful. It didn't look low budget at all. As you can see, just bright, great colors, great acting. Again, yeah, those were things that I did see that I really did love and notice. Now, I kind of got to the plot. We're not gonna spoil anything. I know I'm gonna say a few people that did really stand out to me. The little kid, his character stood out to me, just what he has to go through and what happens. Trying to see, do they say her? Yeah, the aunt in this movie, very good. Trying to think who else. The main character, she was good, but the way they shot the movie was, I'm gonna say too, the movie is cut up in like segments. It's almost like an anthology, like smaller little short stories about each one of the characters. If you saw his other movie, Barbarian, I think his name is Zach Kruger. I think I might be wrong. I know it's Zach. I'm wrong on the last name. But watch Barbarian also. That's something else he made that he, just nails. But the way that this split up is like, let's just say I forgot her name, but let's say her name is Julia. The segment of the movie would be Julia. And it was just showing her perspective of what was going on, because actually how everything, the movie is actually really happening in one day. When you look at the what you're witnessing, it's all about a day and a half, maybe 2 days. But you see everything, you see all the point of views of all these different characters and people coming together at the end into one day. It's just freaking cool when y'all see it all. Like I said, I'm trying not to give it away, but that was freaking awesome. I like how they put that together, how that was segmented, because it kind of helps with the length of the movie. It kind of keeps you on intrigued, because you're like, okay, okay, her segment is over, because you start to actually get, it sucks you into that story of that character at that time. So you're like, oh, what's going on with this character? What's going on with that? Oh, well, why is it like this? And they, swap to another segment. Well, and now that I'm thinking about it too, I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but some people won't like it. Just how they kind of leave you kind of hanging on some things. Because like I said, with the segments, they'll just swap to the other one. You be like, hey, wait a minute. It's like someone changed the channel. You're like, hey, I was watching that. What else? What happened? But if you just hold on, they'll show you and bring you back to what happened later on with the story. And, you'll like me, I was noticing certain things and how they cut it and everything, and they come back and show you why it was cut like that, because something happened that relates to something else. So I'm trying to think, guys, what else was just so freaking awesome about this movie? Also the ending. How could I forget the ending? Y'all, this ending was, without me spoiling anything now, it was definitely something I have never seen before. I can say that. I can definitely say I never seen that before. And I didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? With that ending. Now, I know I was asked earlier which one was wilder. They didn't say better. They said wilder. This or Barbarian. And I still would have to go with Barbarian, because I didn't see that twist coming either. And just just how the movie was, you just don't even see that coming at all. Like I said, I kind of saw and kind of guessed how this was gonna, what was going on with this movie. So that's the only reason why I give it to Barbarian. I love Barbarian as well. So, but with this one, just the end, that didn't happen till the very, very last act, very, very last segment. Well, last scenes, I'll say. So that is cool. I love that it did. I'm not gonna give it away now, but just know it's cool. It is fucking crazy, and it was just due, And they kind of set it up, I will say, for a sequel. With certain things that happen in the movie, I can see how it could be a sequel. How certain, characters were affected, and certain things that were possibly left behind, I could see. So overall, y'all, I'm definitely going to say go see this movie. Go see it. You can go catch it at a matinee. This is, I'm going to try to introduce a new scale. You're going to watch it at the crib. Check it out for cheap, which means go during the matinee time, or prime time, which means put on your best clothes, grab your little boo, go out. Go see it. Go step out around about 7, 8 o'clock on a Friday, Saturday night, and go enjoy yourself. This ain't prime time, but I can definitely say it is a catch it for the low on the cheap matinee movie. Only because you might not like certain parts of it. Now, for me, first time, I don't really do nothing prime time unless it's Marvel or something, but y'all will get the scale as we go. This is definitely a go see. If you can, go see it for the matinee. Go see, save yourself a few bucks. But if not, either way, check it out. So yeah. So once again, this is finna be where we finna cut it, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all watch the trailer again, and then I'm gonna come back with all the spoilers. So then y'all know this. After this trailer in, not the one you watching now, I'm gonna put in another one. When I ain't gonna be on the screen. Let y'all watch that trailer again. Once that jump in, come back, go back into it with all the spoilers. So Appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, man, and hit the subscribe button. It's free, y'all. I promise you it's free. Nobody gonna charge your card. It's free. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it to wherever to your friends and shit. I don't even care if y'all talking shit. It's cool. You leave it down in the comments. I'm cool with it. But hit the like button, subscribe button. We'll be back. Peace.
I just want to say how very sorry I am for.
She should be locked up until she tells us what happened.
The truth is that I want an answer just as bad as all of you.
We're talking about 17 kids in one classroom. I want to know what happened in that classroom. Why just her classroom? Why only her?
There are children.
I love those kids.
This is a true story that happened right here in my town. A lot of people die in a lot of really weird ways in this story, but you're not going to find it in the news.
Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out. No one forced them. What do you see that I don't?
Show me. Where did you go?
There's something very, very wrong going on.
Come on, what am I looking at?
Leave the investigating to the investigators.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching?
All right. We back. Y'all enjoy that? Hope you did. Okay. So let's get into the spoilers. Once again, spoilers, y'all. Finna get into the good shit. Don't want to know what's going on? This your last chance to leave. A few seconds. Go ahead. You do? All right. This is going to be the spoiler section. So, 17 kids disappear, right? What happened? Let's run it down. So, what's going on is that it was actually 18 kids in the class. One kid didn't disappear. That's what the the preview is on tell you. So, that one kid had a auntie that came in town to visit. Let me get this correct. His mom, his mom's aunt came in town to visit or to stay with them because she was sick. So they he had, of course he's in third grade, so he really don't even remember her, don't really know nothing about her. His dad only met her one time almost 10 years ago. And the actual mom, she barely remembers her. It's like I said, this is her mom's aunt, but we're assuming what they say in the movie. Because it, obviously it's not her mom's sister because no one seems to know anything about her. So, anyway, lady comes, bam, kids disappear. Come to find out, the auntie is a witch. Good old witch. Good old, I was about to say, yeah, I guess black magic. It's the corporate. Well, the corporate. That's what it is. She comes in and slaves the mother and father. There they are. Perfect timing. When she does that, she ends up telling the little boy, him right there, hey, you tell anyone about this, I'm going to kill your parents. She actually feeds off the life force of people that she takes control of. The way that she takes control of them is that she has this little tree. The tree, I done some little research. It's called the black thorn, I believe, tree or dark thorn tree, something like that. It is, of course, something that's in witchcraft, using witchcraft, and it was said it can be used to, inflict all type of horror and pain and everything. And so she uses branches off these trees, takes something of personal value of someone, something that they own, and she wraps it up on that tree. She on that little branch. She sticks herself or cuts herself in some way, applies her blood, and breaks the branch. When she does that, she can take control of that person. And so once she shows, she didn't show the little boy this at that time. She ended up thinking that his mother and father was going to be enough to fulfill her, but they weren't. Because when she arrived, she was very, very sick. About decrepit, bent over, couldn't move. And she came in. One night went by. He went to school. Dad said he was going to pick him up. He didn't. He had to walk home. Once he got there, it had already started. She had his parents under control. And so once she started, draining them, it wasn't enough for her to get all the way back healthy. So then she sends him on a mission to go and basically get anything from his classmates. She tells him to bring her a piece, something from each one of the classmates home. So he goes, he brings home, I believe their nameplates, and he uses that, takes over the little kids and brings them all the way back to their home. There she starts to drain them for life. Now, I'm saying this, but they don't actually show the process of her draining them. Just assume, that's what she was doing, but someone put it together. We don't know how she was actually doing because, I didn't see any cuts or anything on the parents. Just see them getting older and older, so I couldn't tell you how the actual process was on, how she was doing it. But they did show how the actual ritual happened. And that's what I was explaining to you with the branch and a personal effect of the person wrapped around the branch, and she breaks it, and they go crazy or under her control. Whatever she thinks of, they do. And to break that said curse, she will put the branch into a bowl of water, and that will make them stop doing what they were doing. But they're still affected. So that is pretty much what's going on in the movie as far as what took the kids. You see them running out their house. That is when they're already under her control, and they're all running back to her house / the little boy's house, their classmates' home. They end up being in the basement the whole movie, which is that was a cool scene, which we're gonna get to in just a second. Which is the actual. Well, forget it. We're gonna get into it now. It's the actual ending of the movie. So I know y'all been hearing and seeing on social media about the ending, and I even said it on the scene before. Y'all, the ending is freaking crazy. That's all I'm gonna say, because the pacing of this movie is real. It's slow. It's nothing going on, and then it's something going on, and then it stops again. It's nothing going on, and then something goes on, and so it's the same way with the ending. It's kind of cool. It's kind of laid back, mellow, slow pace, and then boom, just crazy shit happen all at once. So they end up finding where the kids are. And I ain't gonna tell you everything. It got something to do with that guy just showed. They find out how where the kids were. They come home. They come to the house to try to get the kids. Big fight scene happens. They end up finding all the people that there was the teacher, one of the parents, the dad is gonna stand up in this scene, and the little boy. They all being attacked by some people that's under her control, which is a police officer and random junkie guy on the street. Don't worry, you'll see that. Like I said, I'm gonna leave something for you to see in the movie theater. And then also the parents. They're trying to get attacked or whatever. Long story short, the little boy ends up getting a hold of a branch from the tree. Early in the movie, the aunt showed him how she was doing. Well, he witnessed her doing the ritual when she got the kids to come. And so he ends up getting a piece of her hair and does the exact same ritual. And y'all, he sends all 17 kids after this old lady, or this witch. And when I say it is the funniest, just fulfilling shit you will ever see, seeing her old ass getting chased clean across this damn neighborhood and all the way around the block. It's like it's some ratchet shit from the hood. I'm sorry, excuse my English, but that's what it feels. I got excited. I was like, yeah, hey, I see that all the time. Hey, get that bitch. It was cool. It was funny as hell, y'all. Those 17 little kids go on just a mission, which plays into the actual name of the movie, which this director kind of plays off all the time. It seems like, well, so far out of these two movies, his titles give a hint to what's going on with the movie, or it's a actual, saying it's weapons. It's an actual statement of what's going on. When she takes over their body, she's basically making them weapons, her own personal weapons. Send them out to do anything she wants them to do, and just whatever she wants, whatever her mind can think of, they do. So this, like, they're her weapons. They're like heat-seeking missiles, which one of the guys quotes in the movie. And so all 17 of those kids are on her ass in this movie. Chases her through the neighborhood. I'm talking about going, running through people's houses, running through fences, windows. It don't matter. They on her ass. This is the fastest I never seen this little white lady move throughout the whole movie. So of course they finally get to her, y'all, and they rip her shreds. Now, it's in the movie you can see it either way, but I believe they actually ate her, because earlier in the movie, and it's the next day after she had got there, the kid comes home and he sees his parents acting weird. That's when he finds out that the aunt has taken control of them. And so he tries to wake them up. She gives them a little sample of what she could do to him to hurt them if he doesn't do what she asks him to do, which is not to tell anyone about her. She then says, hey, I can make them do whatever I want them to do. I can make them eat each other if I wanted to. And that little quote kind of stuck out in my head. And that is what I think the boy sent the little kids out to do to her when he made his own little spell at the end. When the parents were trying, this scene here when the parents were trying to kill him. They chase him to the restroom. He has a little second with the tree, snatches a branch, does the ritual, breaks it, and the kids go crazy chasing his aunt down the street. And they just breaking her apart. And like at the end, it's a little shot. You can kind of see the blood stain, but you don't see a full body. And the kids are just standing around her. So I kind of think that they actually did that they actually ate her. Just like she said that she was gonna get the parents to. Of course, as a little kid, that part's gonna get the most, and it's kind of like a payback. So, but that is the most craziest scene when you see it. Like I said, it's hectic, it's crazy, it's loud, and all that shit happens, and it's just the cherry on top to see her get the kids get their payback, get their revenge in that way. So I definitely say go see this movie. And also, the way that they ended it, y'all, I kind of think they set up for a sequel. Because, of course, it's Warner Brothers. It was, it's doing great in the box office. Why wouldn't they do a sequel? And so it's definitely set up because not only did they didn't give you really no backstory on the aunt through the whole movie. This was kind of like a little side note. This kind of don't have anything to do with the sequel, but it's just a little cool little thing I picked up. There was something about cordyceps and like bacteria, infections, and parasites and stuff. And so it was kind of hinting at what she was doing, that she was a parasite, that she would be, in there. Well, I guess it kind of does go with the sequel. And so that she would kind of be, that she was a parasite in the community and in the city, that she was taking over the whole city. Slowly but surely, she was feeding off these kids and off the parents, for her own gains. So I'm kind of thinking that that she's also, because they ate her, she's kind of become a part of the kids, because it's a little monologue at the end where the little kid that's narrating the movie, She says that some of the kids did start talking again. Some of them never did. The parents end up going away and getting fed soup by someone else. You'll get that once you see the movie. And so I kind of and the kid, it closed on one of the shots on the kid that he just looks crazy, you know, zoned out. So I'm kind of thinking that that's the way they're kind of gonna work it back in. That maybe they got a piece of her inside of them, and so that they're always, you know, that somewhere that's gonna trigger again. And also in that same scene, they also said it was that she had a sister, but she said that she was a good sister. So you know, never know. That could be a lie that you know that because you know how could she have a sister and the sister not know about what her other sisters are into? Maybe think about good and bad witches. Maybe she could be good. Maybe she could be just as even bad. Gonna want revenge. Also, yeah, look at the actual little boy. You know, I'm pretty sure he's gonna keep the tree. He knows what the tree does, and he knows how to use his power. So I can kind of I don't know if he seeks revenge or he becomes a sorcerer or whatever. So that could possibly be a sequel. And so, you know, there's a lot of little breadcrumbs in here that makes me think about a possible sequel. And it's also like a little crazy little, you know, a part that don't make sense. I mean, it's in the movie for a reason. So it's like a dream sequence when the dad that they just showed that was drawing the line on the map, he has a dream where he sees his son the night they disappear. He chases him, whatever. He chases him back to his own house. Above his house, he sees the time show up. It looks like a digital clock. It says 2:17 in the sky. And around it, it's on the side of a AR-15. And so I'm pretty sure now it's going around the internet. Everyone is trying to figure out what exactly that. Some saying it's dealing with the House of Representatives voting on a bill that could have stopped school happening. You know, the people come in there with firearms and do things in school. So that is what I could, you know, that's one way they was thinking about it. But I'm gonna think about it as in a cinematic way, maybe a sequel that, hear me out. If you watch the movie, you'll see a scene in the movie where that guy there, Matthew, this guy's here son, he was bullying that kid, the main kid in the movie, and that's his dad. So I don't know why I'm thinking this, but he sees the gun. So I was like, is he gonna spaz out the end and start, you know, shooting people with a gun or something? But I kind of think that maybe in the sequel, that maybe the kids grow up, they're in high school now, they're still in the same town, and somehow that kid Matthew, now that he's older, I hate to say it, maybe he does the school, you know, bang bang. So I don't know. Maybe he gets taken over and gets to do that, does that. So you know, it's fucking horrible. But I'm thinking, it's me thinking crazy. That's a hypothesis of way they could go with the sequel, but I don't think they do it. That'll be too much, you know, for people to take. But yeah, it's all type of ways they could possibly do a sequel. But overall, y'all definitely see freaking. That is a great scene too. I don't know what to say, man. I'm not saying it's a groundbreaking horror, but it's a very good breath of fresh air movie. Like I said, the part when it comes, you find out it's actual witch, it's kind of a letdown for me. I was hoping he was gonna, you know, especially if you've seen Barbarians, you know, I was like, you know, is it gonna be something more grounded? You know, I didn't know how he was gonna really come, but I did have it on my list. Like at the beginning of the movie, I had little notes. I wrote down my guesses of what it was gonna be, and my two guesses was witchcraft/voodoo. It is what it is, but very still great movie. I will give it 8. You know, I already gave you a rating. It's definitely a matinee. Go check it out for a matinee. You know, if you love horror, like me, you don't have anything to do, yeah, go and see it at prime time. Either or. But, you know, y'all, that's going to wrap it up for us. You know, this is Weapons. This is the Weapons review. This is the spoiler section of it. I hope y'all appreciate it. I hope y'all love it. I appreciate y'all being here. Come check your boy out once again. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Hit them all. They free, y'all. But definitely hit the subscribe and like button, y'all, please. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for our support. We're going to keep on coming out with some great content for you. And hey, probably going to go see Together. We're going to get y'all a review on that one, too. Hey, we out, y'all. Y'all stay cool. Peace. See y'all in the next one.